Boards can lend tremendous advantages to any business, regardless of its size or type, by providing guidance and expertise on key strategic issues. Their value has been borne out time and again by organizations that turn to these resources. But don't just take our word for it. Let's hear from some local business leaders about their own experiences using a board. What were you hoping to gain by creating an outside board?
The guidance and multiple approaches and opinions and multi-minded intelligence to grow the business and help strategy and implementation and ideas for the long haul.
I had two major issues at the time. I found myself stifled, kind of inbred in thinking. I was looking for more intellectual resource to help manage the company. My immediate objectives were to, once I found out about a board of advisors, was to establish a group of peers, other leaders, other presidents that I could talk to. That was my primary concern. Beyond that, I was looking for fresh ideas, new thinking, new blood. You know, I got tired of talking to the same people inside our company about the same issues and getting the same answers. So it was time for new ideas, new blood, and fresh views of how we look at the issues we're facing.
What were you looking for when choosing members for your board?
What I was looking for when forming my board were complementary skill sets of people that could form a multi-rounded network of knowledge, meaning maybe someone's good at marketing, other people have had some manufacturing experience, somebody in human resources or marketing or finance. You can pull together areas where you know you're weaker on personally. You might have your own strength of your own business but you're needing input that you don't have. And maybe it's marketing, maybe it's banking, maybe it's HR. That's what I was trying to do, is pull together the rounded blend that I have. As well as find people that synergize with you. That's another part of it. Your culture, your feel and fit, you need to have good chemistry with your board members. So find people that you don't know personally, they're not friends of yours, they're strangers to that end, but you get along with them, you really have a good feel and fit when you're meeting each other, and their experience rounds out what you need for your own business.
Specifically, I had some issues that I was dealing with at the time, such as the mission of our company and where we were headed and the whole strategic plan. I was struggling with that. Also, growth. We were growing rapidly, and that creates some problems, and how to manage growth and plan for growth a little better. But what I was really looking for were people that had knowledge and experience in those areas and others that I did not have. And that was the real thing I wanted to have, was just a group of people like that I can talk about ideas with and talk about situations.
How has your outside board benefited you?
It has made a tremendous difference. In fact, I made a list of some of the things because there are so many results that have been very, very positive. First off, the board, it just changed me. It changed me in how I look at things. It forced me to learn. It forced me to grow. It was just an eye-opening experience. It was almost a religious experience after the first few meetings. After the first meeting, I was in love with it. You know, I said, this is it. This is what I need. But I did write down some specific things. For example, there are 4 new marketing programs we do now that are because of the board. We made 7 improvements to how we purchase and manage inventory that have meant probably $200,000-300,000 to our bottom line. We have 14 improvements to our financial reporting that allow us, now I can see things and measure goals and our accomplishment very quickly and very efficiently. We did clarify our mission and our objectives, a strategic plan as a company. We also clarified our growth and our acquisition plan, and we know where we're headed with this stuff now. That's a huge improvement for us. It may sound dumb, but the board has kept me from making a lot of dumb mistakes. I would bring things up to the board. I think I want to do this, or I'm going to do that. And they would say, whoa, let's talk about that. And I think they've stopped me from making a lot of stupid mistakes that I probably would have made if they weren't there. Now, also, personally, again, it did verify that we're doing some things right, you know, and to have other people say, yeah, that's good and that's right. You know, at least you know, okay, I'm on the right track here, and let's do more of that. So those are some of the key things that the board has been able to provide for us.
The outside board has helped my organization tremendously over a 10-year stretch, both by dealing with downturns in business cycles as well as planning and strategy for the upturn and what you can do. You're always navigating the climate of business. The waters aren't always smooth, and when it gets rough and you're out there dealing with tough issues, they're there and they can really help you think things through and rationalize and deal with issues when you need them. They also push you to try things you haven't thought about doing and strategy for growth and opportunities, and maybe take risks you hadn't planned on or thought about doing. And they're there kind of as an ongoing safety net as well as a push ahead. So they really help you on both sides of that.
So, but I said, you know, years ago, and I say it today, and I say it to the business owners, if I ran a popcorn stand on the corner of 3rd and Main in Dayton, I'd have an outside board. It's just tremendously valuable. It's the best, if you're willing to work, if a CEO, owner, is willing to work and willing to subject themselves to the scrutiny of others, it is the best investment that you'll ever make in your life. Absolute best investment you'll ever make in life. But you got to make the commitment to it, you got to believe in it, and you got to work your butt off. But at the end of the day, it's the best investment you'll ever make.